Hello and welcome back into another video. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscription button. It helps me out so much. Today I'm going to be talking about some Warhammer books. So a couple of people have been asking me lately who are just getting into the hobby, what books they should kind of get into. And I always recommend what other faction you're into. It's always best, start with your codex or battle tome, and then from there do your own research kind of thing. Look into books for that army. I'm going to do breakdowns of books for all of the armies of kind of what I think are the best books to get started with. But today's video is just me talking about my favorite trilogies that have been brought out from Black Library. So a lot of these books you can now get in the omnibus format. So that's where the 3 books have been put into one massive tome that you can read. So these are in no particular order except for this first book. This is my favorite Warhammer book. So it is the Night Lords Omnibus. This book is so good. If you like Marines at all, if you love Loyalist Marines, Traitor Marines, even just getting started into reading Warhammer books, I think this is the best book to read. I've read it, I think 10 or 11 times I've read this book, and they brought it out on audio novel format, and I've listened to it once, and I'm just about to start again and do another listen of it. I can't speak highly enough about this book. I definitely think if you have not read this, you're doing yourself a disservice. 100%. Either read this book, listen to the audio novels, but you have to listen to this book. So the next one I'm going to go through is the Airman Omnibus. So this again covers 3 separate airman stories, and it kind of covers what happened after the Horus Heresy up until now, when he's in the suit of armor that he's currently in now. And the story is so well done. It's such an in-depth look at the Thousand Sons, what happened to them after the Horus Heresy, and it just shows Airman as this kind of broken character and being rebuilt into what he is now. I absolutely love these books as well. I ripped through reading these so fast. I bought them separately, and then I bought the omnibus when it came out, and then read the omnibus kind of as a throwback to go back and read it again. But again, fantastic book. So this recommendation, there is actually only 2 of the 3 books out. So the Talon of Horus is the first book. Again, these are from Aaron Dembski-Bowden. So Black Legion is the first, Talon of Horus is the first book, and Black Legion is the second book. We're currently waiting for the third book to come out. But I heard that it's kind of being referred to as the Black Legion trilogy. So I'm not sure what the third book's going to be called. But again, here's the first one and there's the second one. These are so good. It shows, again, after the Horus Heresy, what happened with Abaddon and his story of, like, again, I won't reveal anything, but his story of what took place right after the heresy leading up to him leading the Black Legion in the current timeline. It's so good. So my next one is the Blood Angels, the complete Raffen Omnibus. So this is, again, Blood Angel storyline. It focuses on kind of a lower level Blood Angel. I believe he just starts as a sergeant or a tactical marine who's like the next in command of the squad. But it goes through this insane storyline of this group of Blood Angels, and they go all over the place. They run into a wide array of characters as well, and it's just such a crazy look at the Blood Angels. It got me super excited. It was after I read this book that I actually kind of bought a couple Blood Angels to paint. I got Mephiston, and I can't speak highly enough about this book. A lot of people kind of glanced over it and thought, and because, again, it's about a major character, but it's so good. My next pick is the Iron Warriors Omnibus. So this, again, is an older book, but it's an inside look at the Iron Warriors, and it's just their practices and where they're at kind of now. The character is funny because is actually made with Imperial Fist gene seed, where, like, a lot of the Chaos Legions, they'll use anyone's gene seed. But it's funny, the Iron Warriors will even use Imperial Fists who they hate, but then they kind of treat those Marines like trash because they think their gene seed is garbage. But it's the rise of this character within the Iron Warriors Legion, and it's just such, again, a cool look at how the Chaos Space Marines operate. And again, the difference between the Night Lords and the Iron Warriors is night and day. Like, each Traitor Legion operates so differently now that seeing how they do it is very interesting to me. So my next pick is the Dark Imperium trilogy. So this is a book I recommend to anyone who's getting into Warhammer 40,000 now, or people who used to play and then are getting back into it and want to know what's going on in the timeline. This is a really good look at Gilliman coming back. Like, they've got Mortari in it, which is fantastic, and just the battle that took place right before, like what we're dealing with now in the timeline. I just listened to this on audio novel. I believe the third book on audio novel just came out, and I re-listened to 1 and 2 and then listened to 3 in order. Again, so good. I haven't had anyone who's read this come back and been like, that wasn't that good, because the strife within the Imperium that it represents is a really good kind of overview of everything. So again, one of my top picks here. And finally, I'm doing the Karger books. So this is, oddly enough, another trilogy that the third book isn't out yet. So the books are Red Tithe and Outer Dark. So those two have come out. And there's actually been another book that was like not part of this trilogy, but it's Silent Hunters, which I listened to. It's really good too, but it's nice to see that they're doing more Karger books, and you can see the popularity of the chapter rising as they're doing these books. People are getting them. They're doing more books. So I'll be waiting for the third book to come out for this as well. But I feel like this kind of gives you a head start, because even with the Black Legion, you could read these 4 books and then be ready for the third to come out for both of these trilogies. Let me know in the comments if there's something that I've missed. I know that I was talking to a friend of mine about doing this, and I'd forgotten about the Iron Warriors Omnibus, and he reminded me, being like, didn't you love this one? I was like, oh yeah, because I flipped through a bunch of my books trying to like make sure I got this right. But again, let me know in the comments, was there a trilogy that you absolutely loved that I haven't talked about? I'll probably be doing a couple of these videos, because I feel like I know that there's 1 or 2 that I forgot, and I'll probably do, again, some edited videos of everything. But I wanted to get this out here just as a recommendation for people to get started reading some books. Again, I'll see everybody soon. Thanks.